Fidelis Care offers quality, affordable health coverage for children and adults of all ages and at all stages of life. Quality health coverage, it's our mission. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org. Hello everyone and welcome to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Welcome to our season premiere. Each and every week at this time, we'll take a look at our local college sports programs. We begin this week with our honor roll of local college athletes to keep an eye on this season, brought to you by M&T Bank. At M&T Bank, we're listening, learning, and working hard to understand what's important to Western New York. It's what we've been doing since 1856. M&T Bank, understanding what's important. In at number 3, GENESEO runner Isaac Garcia Casani follows up on his 4-time All-American status last season and looks to lead the Knights to a national championship. At number 2, RIT's Sarah Szybist. The 3-time volleyball All-American has a shot at setting the Tigers' all-time mark in kills. More on Sarah in a moment. And topping our list, Brockport's Dan Andrews, the reigning Empire 8 Offensive Player of the Year, coming off a season where he scored 24 rushing TDs, second best in all of Division III. Time now for our local college spotlight athlete of the week, the story of a 3-time All-American who has found a home at RIT. RIT senior Sarah Szybist probably gets a kick out of some of the stress her fellow students go through when they are moving in for the school year. As a child from a military family, packing up and going somewhere new is just a way of life. In fact, her 4 years at RIT is close to her longest stay ever in one place. While it might have been inconvenient at times, it also provided some great experiences.
So I've moved, I think I counted, it's like 11 or 12 times. I've lived overseas for 8 years. Majority of it was in Germany, and just being able to travel and seeing, like, interacting with a bunch of different people and the diversity of it all has definitely, like, opened my worldview. And I just want to travel more and be a part of it more. So it's just been able to allow me to accept other people and other ideas and say, you know, we can all work together even if we're all different, and then also appreciating all the culture over there and understanding the history, because everything over in Europe is like 1,000 years older than here. So just being able to experience all that culture has been awesome.
One of the biggest challenges it presented was trying to get the chance to play college volleyball. The recruiting process takes on a whole new look when it's being done from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean.
The competition overseas isn't as competitive over here. It's not as fast. I did play club with a German club team, and that kind of helped a little bit. A lot of my recruiting was done with a profile online, and then I had to post videos on YouTube and go through that. So it was kind of difficult trying to get coaches to actually look at me, because a lot of times people are being recruited in their freshman, sophomore years and verbally committing. I'm like, I'm just doing this my junior year. I'm trying to figure all this out. So, but you know, I was fortunate. I've had connections, and then being able to come here and picking here for the school and for volleyball as well, and knowing that I can improve because of the coach here as well.
It was very unique, because obviously she's stationed, you know, at the Air Force Base, and you know, I get a video clip of her and a little blurb from a scouting service that says our schools match up. See the video and see, you know, this kid's going to be really good. Now the question is she too good for Division III? So you start contacting, and you're almost always waiting to see when's that next contact going to be. Thanks, but no thanks, I got a scholarship, or thanks, but no thanks, something. And it just kept getting better and better. And you know, eventually we found we were in that final 3, and it worked out. But it was very unique, because obviously only made one trip out. You know, even because of time differences and things, it wasn't the normal, oh, hey coach, I'm, you know, sitting at dinner table and I have a question. It's more like, wow, I'm, you know, a few hours either way. So it's always crazy.
As crazy as it might have been, it has also been a perfect fit. Sarah is a 3-time All-American and is poised to set the school record for kills. But her most impressive numbers might be off the court. The biomedical sciences major carries a 3.94 GPA and has plans to go to med school. Just what a coach hopes for in a recruit.
It is, and it's one of the things that we preach during the recruiting process. I say, I don't want to be a salesman. I want to be, are we the right fit? So I'll answer all your questions, we'll give you all your information, we'll tell you why we love you, but at some point, it still has to turn into, why should you be here? And she really followed that process very well, which was fun, because even her dad at some point was like, I was a little surprised she turned down this D1 thing, or she turned it, but it always seemed to come back to, here was where she felt more of the things aligned. So it's awesome. And I think, being a coach for 20-some years, finding that even within yourself to say, it isn't about just get the best kid and then find out it's the wrong fit. It's more about find the best kid for you, and the right fit eventually makes you happier. And she is that, and we obviously lucked out that she's also so good. So it's great fit, and she's phenomenal.
All the accomplishments, I couldn't do it without my team. Just having my team around me and supporting me helps a lot, and I wish that we could also accomplish more team things, and I'm hoping that we can do that this season as well.
When we return, J.C. DeLass welcomes Nazareth Matt Tantalo into the Coach's Corner, and later on, Kim Burnson has our Scholar Athlete. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat continues. As we head to break, here's a look at the Nazareth Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Nazareth College. As we come back from break, here's a look at the GENESEO Athletes of the Week, brought to you by SUNY GENESEO. Welcome back to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Each week at this time, J.C. DeLass from WYSL Radio will help us get to know an area coach with the Fidelis Care Coach's Corner. The Fidelis Care Coach's Corner is presented by Fidelis Care, quality health coverage. It's our mission.
This is J.C. DeLass with this week's Fidelis Care Coach's Corner, and our guest this week is head men's soccer coach at Nazareth College, Matt Tantalo.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, you were recently hired here at Nazareth College after 11 seasons at CUCA, but this is really where it all started for you, isn't it?
It is. I started my college coaching career here in the late 90s. I was an assistant coach here with the late Doug May, my former mentor, and it's like a coming home for me.
You mentioned Doug May, certainly a well-known name in local soccer circles. What did you learn from Coach May, and how do you apply that to your coaching style now?
That's a great question. Doug was brilliant soccer mind, best teacher of the game that I've ever seen. And what made him, so great was his ability to teach and develop players. But not only as soccer players, but his philosophy was to develop them as students, as soccer players, and as people. And that's something that I've kind of incorporated into my teaching and my coaching and program development.
You certainly had success at CUCA. What prompted you to come back here to Nazareth College?
Oh, ever since my time here in the late 90s, Nazareth College and the soccer program have had a special place in my heart. Such is life. You never know, where your next job's going to be and what the future has in store for you. But it's a program and a position I always had in the back of my mind. To have this opportunity now it's a dream come true.
When you're out recruiting, is there a particular type of student athlete that you look for to bring to Nazareth?
Good question. Absolutely. Going back to Coach May, our philosophy was always to recruit character first. We want good people on our team and in our program. We like guys that love the game, have a passion for the game, and want to become the best that they can be.
For the parents that are watching, and maybe even more importantly for the kids who maybe are soccer players in the junior programs or in high school, What should those kids be doing now to prepare themselves to play at the college level?
Sure. Soccer, different than most sports in the sense that if you want to get better, you have to work hard, you have to train hard, and you have to play as much as you can. We're scouting players. We're looking at premier clubs. We're looking at ODP. We're looking at high school. We look everywhere, but if a player wants to get there, they've got to work hard and put the time in.
Different coaching philosophies out there. Some coaches look at, hey, I'm going to stack my team with as much talent as I can from top to bottom. There's other coaches that are looking for the right pieces to the puzzle. Where do you kind of fall in there?
That's a great question. My philosophy is about the right people. Sure, tactics become a lot easier when you have, great players. With that being said, you need the right players. That's why we start with the character piece. We look for, we're going to be a possession-oriented team. We like technicians. We like players that are technical, read the game well, make good decisions. Work hard, work for their teammates. Put the team first. That's the type of guy we're looking for.
Thanks for joining us, Coach, and thank you for watching this week's Fidelis Care Coach's Corner.
Kim Burnson has our Scholar Athlete of the Week next, and later on, Brockport looks forward to a new football season. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat continues. Before we go to break, here's a look at the RIT Athletes of the Week, brought to you by the Rochester Institute of Technology. As we come back from break, here's a look at the SUNY Brockport Athletes of the Week, brought to you by the College at Brockport.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for our Scholar Athlete, brought to you by Dave Digital Audio Video Environments.
Where can you go to get expert advice and installation on TVs, sound systems, and automation for your home, car, or business? Come see Dave. Digital Audio Visual Environments. ComeSeeDave.com.
To kick off the season, we turn to RIT, where we honor 6 members of the women's hockey team as our Scholar Athletes. RIT seniors Haley Northcote, Carly Pearl, Jess Patton, Mackenzie Stone, Taylor Thurston, and Caitlin Wallace were all named to the 2016 College Hockey America All-Academic Team. To receive this award, all players had to dress for the majority of the games, while maintaining a GPA of 3.5 or better. Besides being Scholar Athletes, both Thurston and Stone will serve as captains for the 2016-2017 season. They were selected for their strong representation of the program and leadership in their community. For their dedication to their sport and schoolwork, all 6 members are this week's Scholar Athletes. Now here's Dave with our college calendar.
Here's our local college calendar for the week ahead. Tuesday sees Roberts Wesleyan taking on Brockport in volleyball, part of a big volleyball week, with the University of Rochester Volleyball Invitational on Friday and Saturday. Fisher, Brockport, and Geneseo are among the schools participating. On Wednesday, the Yellow Jackets women's soccer team hosts Buffalo State. A couple of women's soccer games on Thursday to watch for, with Brockport at St. John Fisher and Nazareth travels to SUNY Geneseo. Both those games are at 7 p.m. And on Friday, the Naz men host Uville at Golden Flyer Stadium. That is our College Sports Beat calendar. With the new season just starting, here's some Section 5 alums to keep an eye on this season at colleges outside of Rochester. It's a segment we call Postcards from College. Jake Zembeck, the standout QB from Aquinas, is expected to redshirt his first year with the Penn State Nittany Lions, but the future looks bright. Jerron Jones, also of Aquinas, is a senior nose tackle at Notre Dame and is poised for a big year after missing last season with a torn MCL. Lindsey Ferentz, recent graduate of Penfield, is in her first year with the Lemoyne Dolphins soccer squad. University of Florida's Michaela Sargent just graduated from Victor and won the 2016 College Park Futures Championships in the 800 free, winning the race by over 5 seconds. Those are our postcards from college. Coming up next, our honor roll of teams and a look at what's new with Brockport Football in our Monroe County Sports Commission Spotlight Team of the Week. All that and a lot more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat returns. As we head to break, here's a look at the Roberts Wesleyan Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Roberts Wesleyan College. As we come back from break, here's a look at the St. John Fisher Athletes of the Week, brought to you by St. John Fisher College. Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Here is our honor roll of local college teams to keep an eye on. The RIT women's hockey team on the hunt for their third College Hockey America title in the last 4 years. At number 2, the U of R field hockey team, coming off an Elite 8 appearance in the NCAAs, looks to take that next step. And topping the list, it's the Red Hawks of Roberts Wesleyan and their quest for a third straight cross-country ECC championship. They look strong in the preseason coaches poll. They are the number 1 seed. And that brings us to our Monroe County Sports Commission Spotlight Team of the Week. Please visit monroecountysports.org. The College of Brockport has a new defensive coordinator and a new outlook. Kim Burnson reports from Brockport.
When it comes to preseason football, returning players expect to come back to the same field, the same locker room, and the same smell of turf in the summer. For Brockport this year, not all remains the same.
When you're talking about a 115-man roster, there are a lot of pieces, and we've tried to evolve our roster over the last few years, and we only graduated 13 kids from a season ago, and we brought in 38, and 38 really good ones. So I think top down, we've probably had the best roster we've had in a very long time.
Coming off a 5-5 season, a change to the coaching staff was in order for the Golden Eagles. After 8 seasons breaking both school and national records at St. John Fisher, defensive coordinator Mike Fox and assistant David Blawitz left their old stomping grounds to take on a new challenge at SUNY Brockport.
You know, it was a great opportunity to come here, especially to coach my friend for about 16 years, Coach Fox, and you know, just coming here and just seeing the passion the players have and the passion that Coach Mangoni has is just a great experience, and just knowing the tradition that this program has is great to be a part of.
First and foremost, within our staff, they fit in great. Age, you know, very similar to a lot of our guys, enthusiastic, very passionate, and very organized. So kids sense that, and kids can see that. So we're simple with what we do. We're going to be aggressive, and you know, we're not going to have a lot of thinking, which is what we want here. We hopefully can identify and recruit good athletes, and we don't want them to think themselves out of play. So by keeping things very basic, having some wrinkles obviously, but the passion that they bring is second to none.
Even though they're the new guys in town, they've been doing their homework on the school they once called a rival.
As I watched them last year, you know, I don't think their play got better as the season went on. You know, that's always my goal. We want to just get better every single week. So by the end of the season, we want to be playing our best football and give us the best opportunity to be successful. And that starts right now, and it starts game 1. That's all I really care about. You know, I'm worried about the next day of practice and getting each and every one of those guys better.
We have some of the most tremendous athletes that I've ever coached, so I'm really excited by the opportunity that we have here. So now it's just about, you know, nailing home some of those fundamentals. Once we get disciplined in those fundamentals, we're going to have a lot of success in our future. I'm excited for it.
New coaching changes come with challenges, but nothing that players and coaches haven't embraced this offseason.
There's been 0 bad issues. It's been competition is abundant, which we knew would happen, and there's nothing from last season that would give one guy the edge over somebody else. So that's a good thing about having a new coach. What you did doesn't matter into the season. So everybody's on a clean slate, and competition's been great, which I think will hopefully not only improve our production, but will really improve our depth.
The biggest thing that I think Coach Fox has brought to Brockport is probably the fun, the atmosphere. We have a lot of fun together. Practice, we compete with the offense every day, and together we enjoy playing with each other more than we ever have since I've been here.
I see defense running all practice. should be well conditioned, you know, and he's hype as well. You know, Mangone's a pretty intense coach as well. So I believe 2 intense coaches brings the intensity up for the players during practice and inside the games.
Just a few games into the season, the Golden Eagles will have a chance to redeem themselves against Coach Fox's former team. The 12th annual Courage Bowl is set to be played September 23rd. Last year's 42-41 loss to the Cardinals in overtime continues to haunt some returning starters.
Personally, I don't like to make any game bigger than the other, but if I had to circle a game, it's Fisher. You know, we got the DC, and that's like the biggest game of the season, so we're all looking forward to it.
It's always a fun game, you know. Whether we win or lose against St. John Fisher, it will not be because Coach Fox and Coach Blautz are here. You know, it's because of the job that Coach Mangone's done recruiting, and he's gotten to the kids here. I kind of feel like Kevin Durant going to the Warriors. You know, I got a lot of talent. I'm lucky to kind of go in a big 3. I got 2 good coaches with Coach Potter and Coach Mangone, so hopefully I can just, you know, keep up the end of my bargain.
All right, LB's right here, DB's over here, D-line, you're with coaches.
While Coach Fox's impact on this season's record is yet to be determined, he's certainly a piece many hope completes the puzzle.
Get us ready, you know what I'm saying? Even though tomorrow's a scrimmage, treat today like it's a regular pregame practice. Let's go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team!
That matchup with Fisher is September 23rd.
All right, thanks, Kim, and thanks everyone for watching.
And a special thank you